Now, y'all know I love a good screenshot. So he has screenshots plastered all over this video. And I'm going to read them in their entirety because that's just how I roll. So let's start with this. Me begging her to help me to be able to work a 5-day work week for the sake of my health. Because when I watched their videos, I noticed that he would get very, very sick and ill, coughing a lung all over the place, coughing, getting pneumonia and whatnot. So he did have a lot of health issues. It wasn't that I was a bum or lazy. My health just couldn't handle it. I had been begging both before and after she started studying part-time. Me begging her to work led to her saying she wanted to leave me. That's not why she wanted to leave you, sir. It's because you're pressuring her to work when she's already working. Being a full-time content creator is a job in itself. So while you were using her image and her likeness to get your views up and getting income from YouTube, again, during the golden age of YouTube, there are people with way less subscribers and views that are able to make a living off of YouTube. These people had 1.4 million subscribers at the time, probably around that number. They were making bank and they had sponsorships. Matter of fact, I saw so many videos with sponsorships. So many sponsorships. So why, again, does she have to work? Why? What is the reason? Please, am I missing something? Jamie and Nikki fans, y'all let me know. Now, this is what Nikki wrote. Where are you? Are you okay? This was in 2014. So this is 2 years after they posted their engagement video. And I'm assuming 1 year after they got married. So 2014. Where are you? Are you okay? Can you at least let me know if you're coming home tonight? G Night, I love you. All right. I honestly just feel like a burden in your life right now. I know I'm not perfect, but I do think I deserve to be told such words. You know what nursing means to me. It's incomparable to the other things. For you to say I'm just taking the easy way out shows that you don't think I'm shit. That's Nikki, for sure. And once your partner thinks you aren't shit, they always feel that way no matter what you do in life. Jamie, you and I are a team on YouTube. What did I say? I mean, sure, I don't work nearly as hard as you do at your job, but the fact that rent is already taken care of doesn't relieve any stress, not at all. I'm not saying I'm not going to work. I'm saving. I don't think you should. Baby girl, you didn't have to explain nothing. Nikki, sis, you ain't had to explain nothing. You didn't have to explain anything to this man. There is no reason why she should have to work that hard when they're making money on YouTube and she's already working and pulling her weight. And she's going to school, y'all. So she was trying to go to school at this time. I can only imagine how it must have felt for her to try to go to school and better herself. And this man talking about she needs to work when she's already doing YouTube. Where would she have found time to complete her program? Listen to what he's saying, right? He's saying he wanted her to pick up shifts and to work. But mind you, her text messages are revealing something else. It's revealing that he was probably nagging her to work and telling her she need to pick up the weight. Finances are one of the top causes of divorce. And the way that he's coming at her, you can tell that she was bothered. And she felt bad because, again, she's trying to go to school, trying to make a way for herself, trying to figure things out. Mind you, she's grieving the loss of her sister on top of this. This is around the time her sister Sarah died. So she's grieving the loss of her sister. She's going to school part-time, and nursing school is no joke, y'all. Part-time or full-time, it doesn't matter. Nursing is hard. Studying nursing is time consuming. So the fact that he won't let her get her higher education, that leads me to believe that he was trying to control her. So going to school to better yourself is not important enough as you put in, you're supposed to pay the bills. She said rent was already paid for. So what we need money for? Oh, to take care of your cars. So your job that you're doing, you sitting here working. He acting like they don't have a YouTube bag. Like they're just destitute. That's what's confusing to me. And she said, I don't work nearly as hard as you do. Sis, you ain't even had to say all that. You really didn't have to. He just wanted you to work because he didn't like the fact that you were staying at home. That's all. He didn't like to see you resting in your femininity. He wanted you to be a masculina. Pull your weight up. And of course, if the bills need to be paid and you guys are struggling, I understand having your spouse kind of pick up the weight. But that's not what it sounded like. These people are YouTubers. He's still making money off of YouTube. There was no reason sis had to go to work like that. I'm going to continue the messages. I'm not saying I'm not going to work. I'm saying I don't think you should give me that reaction when I do contribute too. Period, sis. You was contributing. Period. You just see that as nothing, though. If I had part-time McDonald's job like you were wanting me to do months ago, that is equal to what we get vlogging anyway. My phone's about to die. This man tried... Whoa. Hold up. You just see that as nothing, though. If I had a part-time McDonald's job like you were wanting me to do months ago. He wanted her to work at McDonald's? This man is delusional. He's way more delusional than I thought. He wanted the Nikki Thought to work at McDonald's. No shade to people working at McDonald's. McDonald's is a very, very reputable company. But sis is famous. Their engagement video had 5.9 million views. Sir, you know what? I'm going to be nice right now. Let's read his response. This man is not only delusional, but he really wanted to take her down. There's no way around it. I'm sorry. Like, he says he wanted the best for her, but that was not the best for her. If you're studying part-time, the best thing for you to do is focus on your school. Focus on your education. Your husband or wife or your partner, whoever is in your life, should be supporting you through that journey to make it easier for you to finish, not make it harder. It's, again, not like they're both from the 9-to-5 world. These people are content creators. The job should have given her the flexibility to be able to go to school and pursue another career path while she's vlogging. That is the point of this stream of income. And instead of supporting her, you begging her to go back to work for what? Let's continue reading. That's not the case. I think highly of you. That's why it frustrates me like crazy that this last year and half of marriage, you have just watched me work my ass off for the both of us, for both our present and our future, and not felt compelled to do the same and push yourself to do more with yourself to help relieve the load that's on me and live up to our fair agreement that we made about school and work. I just don't feel that it's fair, especially when I know that you're 150% capable of doing so much more with yourself. My frustration is that I know you have all the skills to have already got your license a long time ago. If it was really important to you and have been working on your own side business to help us. This is problematic, y'all. This is red flag all over. Red flags. This was in 2014. Red flags. Live up to our fair agreement. What is fair? In marriage, it's never 50-50. Sometimes you're going to sacrifice more, and at other times you're going to reap more benefits, and the other spouse is going to sacrifice more. They had just got married, y'all. And this man is pushing her like a workhorse. Did he choose her because he saw that her modeling career was going to take them to the next level? And once he saw that she didn't want to model anymore, he was trying to push her to go in that direction. And now that she wants to change her career path, now he's trying to force her to work and to produce more and to help out. Help what? I'm still perplexed by this, y'all. Help out with what? She's already doing more than enough of her fair agreement by being on your raggedy channel. Sir. Like, this is insanity. All right, there's the top part missing, but let's continue reading. Something thought you weren't shit. I wouldn't get so upset that you're not doing these things. I would just accept that you can't. But I know that you're perfectly healthy, intelligent, and able, and that's why it frustrates me so much, because I love you, and I know that the both of us would be happier if you push yourself to do these things. No, you would be happier. You want her to labor because you don't like her to rest at home. It irritates you because you have to go out and you gotta go to work while she's studying, and you think that she's lazy and not doing anything. I feel like we've had this fight for so long. You've seen how sick and stressed I've been this past year and how I've still had to work my ass off every day. I've never had this sort of responsibility before. It hasn't come easy to me to force myself to work so hard to work for people like blank, who I absolutely hated and who made me feel like shit. But I used you and our future as motivation to force myself to do it, even when at times I really didn't want to, especially when I was working for whoever that person is. Apparently he ain't like working for that person. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I had to suck up my ego and do it for the both of us. Had my filming not taken off, I would be in a factory or in retail right now working my butt off for the exact same reason I work so hard now, love. Okay. Do I sympathize with him for working 7 days a week and doing intern in retail and doing all these types of jobs and working these type of hours? Yes, I do sympathize. It does take a toll on your body when you're working so hard. However, we have to keep in mind, y'all, we don't know what was promised before. And again, Nikki is the daughter of a doctor. So her lifestyle is completely different from his. And what she was accustomed to is completely different from him. And the upkeep that it takes to keep a woman like Nikki is you need to have money. I gotta be honest. Not saying that she's not down to earth. She seems like a very sweet woman and very, very easy to be around, in my opinion, based on what I've seen in the videos. He wanted a bad beat on his arm, but wasn't willing to put up the price for it. Listen, I gotta keep it real. He's mad because now he realizes that he actually gotta work to keep her. He wasn't ready for her, y'all. This is what an average man does. She married down, y'all. She should not have married him. Of all the people that she could have connected with and connected herself with in the industry, she should have never married somebody like him. I'm sorry, I gotta be honest. They were not equally yoked. She needed somebody who was on her level or higher. Because now he's wanted her to be a laborer. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. And notice how he said he would be working in a factory or retail. So he doesn't have any skills. He has no skill sets, y'all. And like I said in the beginning, it's crazy to me. It's baffling to me that she would choose someone who has no type of education. Again, sorry if I'm offending some of y'all, but it's the truth. If you come from a household where education is prioritized and education is seen as a way and a pathway to success, then you would never fall for a man like Jamie. Period. You would be with somebody who has the skills to keep up. Notice how she decided that she wanted to go to school to better herself. And this man talking about, you got to go back to work. Had he just invested a little bit more time and struggled just a little bit so she could finish nursing school, they would have been well off after a few years. But no, he was seeing it short term because he would rather her be in pain than for him to be in pain, because he wanted to be more comfortable and he didn't like the fact that she was comfortable and that it appeared that she was comfortable. He didn't like that. He wanted her to struggle and suffer just as much as he was suffering. It doesn't work like that, sir. And obviously, again, the self-centeredness comes out. I need you to pull your weight. I know you're capable of 150% of being just like me. I'm working 7 jobs, so therefore you need to work 7 jobs. When he's not thinking of the future. And mind you, I told y'all he liked to yap. This man wrote long paragraphs to this girl. Yo, Nikki, I feel for you. Imagine having to read this. The reason I said I feel like you're taking the easy option isn't because I don't think you're passionate about nursing. I know you are, and you're going to make a great nurse, and I want to support you all the way through it. Listen, I'm not going to talk about the grammar. I'm going to be gentle. But I feel like it is an easy option for you to just go back to school with no plan of how you can help us out financially during the years it will take for you to become qualified. What is YouTube for? What is it for? So y'all tell me y'all was working for free on YouTube. Y'all wasn't getting paid? This don't make no damn sense. This is a shame. This is a damn shame. It's so scary feeling like all that responsibility is solely on me. You're the husband. What are we talking about? Sir? You know what? Let me read this. If I have a bad week and don't get any jobs come through, as my wife, I should be able to know that you're there to try everything you can do to pick up the slack. I want a family, we both do, and once you get pregnant, obviously you're going to either be out of school or work for a while with our baby, which is fine. But it's so scary to think that I'll be stuck with all the responsibility on me. We should be a team. Okay, you know what, Jamie? Time out. You should have never gotten married. Marriage was not your ministry. You should have kept dating, because this is the behavior of a boyfriend, not a husband. This is not husband behavior, y'all. My ladies, this is not husband behavior. Please do not marry a man like this. I beg you. I beg you. Don't marry a man like this. Please don't. He acting like she's staying home on her phone all day long. She's studying to become better. And nursing, hello, her dad's a doctor. And you see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. When I said that she dated down because nursing was probably something that she was been supposed to do. But because she made the wrong decision. Again, I don't want to take away from the fact that she has 2 beautiful children that came from this marriage. But let's remove that from the equation. Nursing was something that she was supposed to do from before. Her dad's a doctor, y'all. And I'm pretty sure she has other successful people in her family. She's an African woman. I know that for sure. So the fact that she ended up back to square one where she was supposed to go, that means a lot, y'all. Had she stuck to nursing from the time that she had graduated high school, there would have been no her and Jamie. Let's just be clear. She would have been on a whole nother path. But because, again, environment, patterns, and self-sabotage, that's pretty much what it is, led her to this situation where now you got your husband telling you to pick up the slack. and he can't even take care of you. It makes him uncomfortable, even for a few months. If a man really loves you, I'm just being honest, because he keeps saying he loves her, but his actions are proving otherwise. A man who really loves you would want to do all that for you and more. He would never want to make you stressed out. This is so stressful, y'all. She went through a lot. Baby girl been through a lot. The reason I said I feel like you're taking the easy option is because we've had this argument for our entire marriage, and I've cried, I've begged for you to try your hardest to help us. And now you're going to go to school. He don't want her to go to school, y'all. He doesn't want her to better herself. He's looking for the short way out, easy way out. That's what he wants. He wants her to work. And mind you, her going to school is going to make them more successful. This kind of rhetoric and this type of language, may this love never find none of y'all. I will personally drag y'all out of that relationship. Don't ever, 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 ever be with somebody who cannot be selfless towards your goals. This man is clearly selfish. This man is writing long monologues and writing long dissertations about why she needs to work. Let's continue, y'all. You have so many options, yet you don't take any of them, and it's not just all in my head. People constantly ask me why you're not working, why you don't start your own business, because they see it too. By people, he talking about his people. Most likely, my opinion, y'all, this is not fact. He probably talking about his mama. Because remember, his mama be all up in the house watching what's going on, probably like, Nikki doesn't seem to do anything during the day. What is she doing during the day? You know how they get. Listen, like I said, your mother-in-law, she could be really sweet to your face, but sometimes she could be your op. The way that you work around it is you create some distance and some space, because then that way you'll be able to control what she has access to see. But when the parents was all up in the house, all up in the business, he talking about that, because who else would be asking why Nikki don't got a job? And why is it any of their business anyway? Why don't they worry about their household? Why are they worried about what's going on in your household? Oh, because you're complaining to them. You're going around saying she's not working, she's not pulling her weight. That's not how we do it in the boonies, wherever we're from. We both pull our weight. And this leads me to believe that, when I see men do this whole 50-50 spiel, they are probably used to their mothers working very, very hard in the house. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but they are probably used to their mothers financially contributing a lot to the household. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a career and doing for yourself if you so choose to do so. Okay? There's a big difference. However, like I said, marriage is not just 50-50. He's a 50-50 dude. He's a 50-50 dude because, again, she's not doing anything. She's actually in school, which is doing something. And she's on YouTube, which is doing more than something. Let's continue. These opportunities won't. Okay, I think he just had he was upset, so we see a lot of typos here. These opportunities won't be around forever. And if you really don't want to do it, the least you could do is find some other kind of side job to help contribute more with your free time, so that we can have kids and buy a house and all the stuff in life people need money to do quicker. I miss us having more time to have fun. I love you. Sir, you done said all that and then added I love you to the end. You shouldn't be satisfied watching how hard I work for us and not feeling like you want to help right now as well as in the future. Because the reality is, had I not been working as hard as I have been this last year and a half, we wouldn't have our rent paid. I just don't understand how you don't see how unfair that is and how you always make me into the bad guy. Especially when you bring up that I don't have time for you or do things for you. I wish I had more time for us, but I need your help to get there. Okay. Now, this is where I will have to agree with him, is that if he's out there working, then you shouldn't really have an expectation for him to spend a lot of time with you. So I get that part of it. But that doesn't negate the fact that, sir, you asked her to marry you. So you're telling me that you asked her to marry you under the stipulation that she had to contribute to the household 50%? Because that is what it sounded like, that y'all sat down and had long conversations about how she would be given towards the household. No, what it sounds like is that you just expected for her to do it because that's what your mama done did. And now that she's not rolling like your mama, you upset. Remember, she is the daughter of a doctor. More than likely, her mama didn't have to do none of that. So this is why I always say you have to understand the dynamics of the environment that your partner grew up in. Because this will tell you a lot. I'm going to tell you guys right now. She was young, so she didn't know this. But you guys have the opportunity to if you're watching this video. Watch how your man grew up. Pay attention to how his mother was treated in the household and what her role was. This is very important. He doesn't need to tell you all this. You can observe for yourself. Be an anthropologist or a sociologist and go into their house and just observe and see how hard his mama works and how his father appreciates it. Now, his father looks like a kind man. His mother looks like a lovely woman. But that doesn't take away from the fact that they raised a self-centered son who believes that his wife should be able to pull up all the weight. So he's basically taking everything out on her because he's frustrated that he actually has to be a man and provide. This is a mess. So he's beating her down because he feels beaten down at work. So now he's taking all his frustrations out on her. As if, again, they can't make things happen on YouTube. Like they not popping on YouTube. Y'all, I'm ready to be done with this. But again, we have an hour's worth of this. So I'm going to skip through it a little bit and just highlight the important parts. I'm going to read some more of these text messages. Lord Jesus, help me. I mean, I do other things for you that don't bring in any money, but I'm sure make a difference in your life. Facts. She is running the entire operation of that household. She's taking care of everything, cleaning everything for him. This man is, again, ungrateful. He's an ingrate. And blank asked you, what would you do if I left? And you said that's her choice. Didn't sound like you mind. My phone died as soon as I got here and this charger works on and off. It's very frustrating. You didn't call me again, so I didn't think you cared where I was. You told blank that even if I get a nursing job, who knows how long that will last. And what if I injured myself and was never able to work again? You would definitely walk out on me because you couldn't handle all that. First of all, the fact that he said, who knows how long that will last, sir. First of all, a nursing career can open so many doors. Again, he's not thinking with an educated mindset. He's thinking from the mindset of someone who is uneducated. I'm sorry to let you guys know that. I know sometimes it seems like people who are educated are elitists, but we have to be because logically speaking, that should never come out of your mouth. Anyone with some type of sense would know that nursing can carry you so many different places, even if you don't use it in the healthcare field. These are the words of a broke person, a bum. That's bum behavior, bum theory 101. Let's continue. I don't want to be a bum. So he's making her feel like she's a bum and she's lazy. I want to have a respectable career doing something I love. Thank you, Nikki. Sis, thank you. Because I don't get it. I really don't understand. I'm still trying to understand. I know y'all tired of me saying that, but it's like I really don't get it. It's not making sense to me. It's really not. If we had kids, you would constantly make comments if I wasn't earning anything or very little. You already know this, sis. So why did you have children with him? I know they're beautiful and they're here now. So no shoulda, woulda, couldas. But sis, girl. Yeah. Nah. Listen, I'm not one to promote divorce. However, I will say this. You got to do what's best for you in your situation. And This type of behavior, you gotta nip that in the bud from the first time you see it. She should have never married that man. There was nothing that stood out to me about him that I think would have matched her. Nothing about this man screamed husband. He was a child cosplaying as a man. Simple as that. He was older than her, so you would have thought that he would have known better, but clearly he doesn't. Whew, let's continue. And he thought he ate by showing these screenshots. He really thought he ate. Now, I need to see who's in these comments. Right after this, I'm telling y'all, right after I review this video, I'm going down in them comments. Because I need to see who's writing what. He must have been filtering them comments because ain't no way. Alright, y'all. Count your days, like Lovely T says. Whoever told me to review this couple. Let's continue. I don't think we would survive through that, and I wouldn't want to put our kids through that. Okay, that's what Nikki said. Now, let's see his response. Again, these long paragraphs and think pieces. My head would have been hurting. And look at her trying and struggling to make it make sense. Her phone battery was dying and she was still trying to hear him out. Sis, I would have just let my phone die because I'm not responding to this nonsense. He would have gotten a little K talking this rhetoric. I wouldn't have even responded. Yes, you do. I'm not denying that. But you do get to pick and choose what you do and what you don't do. I don't get that luxury. I would love for us to do 50% of the housework each and 50% other each too. Y'all, he's a 50-50 man. I done told y'all. Please do not marry a 50-50 man. I'm telling you guys, they are insufferable. Of course, you both have to pull your weight. That's not the issue here. The issue is that he wants her to work at home and do all the housework, all the cleaning, all the labor at home, and work and go to school on top of that. He wants her to suffer. That's what he wants. Let's continue to hear him whining, y'all. And what the F? Why would Blink say that? I said it's not what I want, but it's your choice because unfortunately it is. Sir, you lied. You know damn well what you said to that whatever person. The person highlighted in yellow. I don't want it, but I can't force you into anything. You've already made that clear. She was trying to suggest we take a break, and I told her, well, now, is that fair? I would still be in the same situation feeling all on my own. He pillow talking. He talking to other chicks about her. This is crazy. He's talking to other women about his wife. He does not respect her, y'all. He doesn't respect her. He never did. He didn't respect her. From day one, when they got married, the expectation was that she was going to take off in her modeling career and make more income. That's why he targeted her. And again, initially when I got into this case study, I really tried to keep an open mind. But this video really threw me over the edge because how dare you, sir? How dare you? You plotted on this young girl from the beginning because, mind you, they were talking since the MySpace days, and then he circled back on her. He knew what he was going to get out of her. He's older than her, y'all. This is a man who's 6 years her senior, talking like this. Clearly, you know I want our marriage to work and I love you. Are you sure? Because it doesn't seem like it. That's why I stress so much about you acting so carefree about all this stuff. She's carefree because she's carefree because she should be. Your wife should not be stressing out. You should not make your wife stress. And I know some men gonna come after me and be like, well, she's making her husband stress. You asked her to marry you. You're supposed to set that up. You asked her for her hand in marriage. She did not ask you for that. You took it upon yourself. Y'all, let me break it down for y'all again. He asked her dad for her hand in marriage, meaning that she's going from her father's household to his household. Let's be clear. He's supposed to be taking care of his house. His wife should not have no stress in the world. And she's in school. And again, she's performing on his YouTube video. She's been performing since the day they got engaged. He used their video for content. She's been pulling the numbers. If anything, he should be giving her the world. So this leads me to believe that all these trips were sponsored, because the way he's negging at her just to work. And this is in 2014. And mind you, I told y'all they done took vacations all over the world. So everything was sponsored. So he ain't really paid for nothing. Y'all, let's keep reading. It also really hurt me that you walked out and didn't even reply to me and let me at least know where you were for the night and took off our sacred wedding rings. She took off the wedding rings because she's reevaluating her entire existence at that moment. Of course she walked off. Look at how you're talking to her. You are basically putting all of your stress and anxiety on this young woman. And these years, especially the first 2 years, are hardest. The first 2 years of marriage are the hardest 2 years for many people. Now, I don't want to hear people say, it wasn't hard for me. Okay, that's great. Congratulations. But for most of us, it is a time where you're trying to really get to know your partner and you're trying to integrate your lives together and adapt to each other. The person who she said yes to at the altar and the idea of him is not the person that's in front of her right now writing all the messages. I can guarantee you sis was having second thoughts. She took the ring off. Once you take the ring off, that means you really making a decision. And she probably called her folks, and her folks were probably like, oh, try to work it out. Now I see why her daddy didn't really show up like that. Her family wasn't really on the scene like that. Now I see why they wasn't with it. They knew it. And they didn't want to, they were not down with it. This man is a piece of work. He is something else. Let's continue. I don't want you to earn what I am. I just want you to at least understand that you should try as hard as you can to bring more to the table. If I saw you trying as hard as you could, I wouldn't have a problem. My frustration comes from seeing you not trying your hardest. If you're only going to study and not going to use some of your skills that you have to help make some extra money on the side, then it will continue to be very hard for me. She said, you're right. I still don't deserve those words though. Okay, so she's trying to make the peace. Sis is just trying to end the conversation and just trying to make the peace and trying to figure out her next move. That's what that is. She's just giving up. She's like, look, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. You're writing long paragraphs. Ain't nobody got time to read all that. Sir, you need to calm down and just regroup. It's just, and he keeps going, y'all. This man has an issue. It's just unfair that you've had so much time to do things to help us save before going to school and you never bothered. And now that you're finally going back, I get turned into the bad guy for being upset about that. I just don't think that's fair. Okay, why doesn't she have financial aid? Like, is there not financial aid in Australia? Y'all let me know. You guys don't have student loans? Do you guys not have student loans? Do you guys not have any type of support for people going back to school? Nikki said, because I'm good to you in other ways, but you forget that when you're stressed. Says he ain't forget. He just don't care. This is his true personality. This is the real him. This is him unmasked. The mask fell off. This is the real him. Oh, Lord. Here we go again. All right, let's continue. Nikki says, maybe because all my life I've been giving 100% of what everyone asked of me and I did the opposite of you. Not fair, I know, but because our rent was paid, I felt you are stressing too much. You act like we're going to be homeless. I do appreciate you, just don't understand your stress completely, and neither does anyone else. I don't understand it either, sis. I really don't. He's stressing. It's not really stressing. Again, this is all for him, not for you. It has nothing to do with you. It's him. He wants to make more money for whatever reason. Maybe buy more cars. Who the hell knows? Who knows? But it's very unnecessary. Extremely unnecessary. And so... Anyways, I already said all that I had to say, y'all. Let's continue reading. This is a... I'm frustrated that I'm still wasting my time reading this. That's what's getting... Now I'm frustrated. Jamie's frustrated. Nikki's frustrated. I'm frustrated, damn it. Because this conversation should have been wrapped up 3 or 4 texts ago. But this man is still steady talking. He likes to get the last word in. He's still talking, y'all. Let's continue. You're right. You don't. But they come from frustration and feeling helpless to motivate you. I've tried everything to get through to you and nothing works. I really don't think you understand how hard all this pressure of having to be the main provider is on me. I'm not a healthy guy. I've got a fever at the moment. You know the health problems I have. But I push through those and it's for us. Before I had all this responsibility, I used to just do the bare minimum in life. I worked retail jobs. I worked for my dad. I did enough work to buy the things I wanted and have an easy life. I called in sick a lot and never had a spare sick day left over. I always went way over them. But since being married, I have made a 360-degree turn around, and the motivation has been you and our future. I know how easy it is to. So basically, he's jealous and upset because she's living the life that he used to live, or he perceives her to be living the life that he used to live, and he doesn't like to be on the other side of it. He wants to be the one resting more while she labors for their family. Because remember, she's the model, she has the look, she has the body. So he's like, you got it, I don't. Why you not working according to your worth? Why are you not pushing yourself to sell your assets more? Because I don't have it. I'm behind the camera. But baby girl, you're the star. So you should be trying to fund our lifestyle right now. We should be living really well off. You should be using your talents. But guess what? She doesn't want to do that. That's not what she wants to do. Now he big mad about that. Because he's not getting the ROI. What does ROI mean, class? Return on investment. He's not getting his return. Because he saw her as an investment. Remember, he invested in her. That's not his wife. That's his investment. And she clocked it. She said, you're money hungry, but she couldn't really piece everything together. She's still young. But I could piece it for you, sis. She was his investment. This man ain't had not a plan in sight. He wasn't ambitious, as you can see. He married her because of what she could provide to him, not for them as a family. It's what she could do for him in his life. And I don't mean that in a good way. Let's continue reading. I know how easy it is to feel comfortable doing the minimum because that used to be me. That's also why I don't understand why marriage hasn't changed you in the same way it did me. Of the two of us, you're smarter and more skilled. That's why I feel more frustrated. Yeah, like I said, she has everything and he feels like she could have brought him to the next level in life. Whew. Let's continue. I agree. Not sure when I'll be home, though. I think we need space. Thank you. Whew. Sensible. Everything Nikki is saying makes sense, by the way. Anyway, I just broke this stupid charger, so it's about to die again and won't be able to charge it until Blank buys me one after work tomorrow night. Yes, thank you for ending the conversation, child. You should have been blocked him. I know that's your husband, but you should have been not responding. You should have been ended the conversation, sis. But I'm glad you finally said your charger was broken. It probably wasn't even broken, but she was tired of hearing him talking, ramble on and on and on. Right, let's continue.
You know, I would post my music on it. I would post videos of my S2000 on it. It was just something for fun. But then the proposal video went viral and it sort of turned into something else.
The next thing I want to touch upon is he made it seem as if, oh, by surprise, the proposal video went viral. And then all of a sudden, you know, I was posting my music first and I was focused on my career. And then because of the viral video that we had about our engagement, then I just thought it was a good idea to get into vlogging. Sir, that was your plan all along. Please stop it. You can't fool me, okay? You can't fool me. Please, let's stop it right here. Let's pump the brakes here. You knew that it was going to go viral. You knew it. White man, black woman. And she's a darker skinned, very beautiful black woman. She's a model at the time. You knew that people were going to be interested, especially people that look like her. And you capitalized off of it. Let's be honest, guys. And that's the thing that I didn't like about this whole entire video, is that he did not accept any type of responsibility, as if this entire marriage failing was her fault. As if she's the entire reason why their marriage fell apart. It takes two people to ruin a marriage, sir, not just one. So where's your story? What did you do? Oh, but you're not going to say that. You're not going to talk about your things and what you got to be held accountable for. No, you're going to put it all on her. Again, Nikki got them into YouTube. Nikki loved watching vlogs. I didn't see the point of vlogs, so she forced me into doing YouTube. And woe is me. And oh my God, it was her all along. Yeah, you had that camera in that girl's face the whole time. Let's roll the beautiful footage, y'all. So now he lists his duties: creative filming, editing, negotiating brand deals, networking, checking and replying to emails, meeting with clients, writing proposals, replying to comments. If you ever got a comment responded to 90% of the time, that would have been me. Researching things that were currently trending online for content ideas, creating the thumbnails, finding fresh music to use, and reaching out to artists to get permission, and a whole lot of other things that made YouTube work were a big of my responsibility. It was your channel, wasn't it? You're on the stand now, Jamie. Please answer. Was that channel yours? Yes or no? I could understand if Nikki started this whole entire channel and then she expected you to do all the work and upkeep it. Then I would understand your point, sir. But you started this. You started it. You're the one filming it. Oh, but you're using her. And you're upset once again that all she has to do is show her beautiful face. And she's raking in the money because she's the money maker. Don't nobody want to see you. Don't nobody want to see you. They want to see her. That's why he's mad, y'all. Oh, Lord. How much longer do we have of this video, guys? I don't know. I really feel like cutting this short, but I have to keep the integrity of the case studies. God, this is so mind-numbing. Let's continue.
Of some sort. And it never changed. And I was burning myself out. So when we first got married, I had pneumonia twice in 1 year. I was hospitalized quite badly with it at one point, and I spoke to the doctor about, everything that I was doing, how hard I was working, how overworked I was,
He even went and complained to the doctor about how he was overworking, got pneumonia twice in a year. You were working yourself sick for no reason because, again, you're making bank off of YouTube. What did you need to work so hard for? This is a mental illness, y'all. I be talking about mental illness on my channel, and he did disclose that he has some mental health issues. That leads me to believe that you got something undiagnosed that you need to work on, sir, and you should have gotten that worked on before you even asked for that woman's hand in marriage. you're acting like you're in the poorhouse. You are acting like y'all eating ramen noodles for dinner and y'all living in Section 8 housing or something. No offense to those who are living in those conditions, but my point is that he is acting like their situation is so dire. These folks were making money. Why are you putting yourself through this much sickness? I really don't understand. He's also upset because he allegedly had a conversation with her where she said that once they had kids, she would be more motivated and she probably would help out more with the YouTube channel. And when that didn't happen, he had to give up his filming and his whole business and career in order to take over the YouTube channel because the YouTube channel was blowing up. Now, I would understand his frustration if she didn't just give birth to his child. Being a mother is a full-time job in itself. And so, again, you want her to cook, clean, do all the housework, raise your child, and do the YouTube content and edit and vlog and look for networking deal and do all that while you get to work on your business and what makes you comfortable. Is that what I understood? Yeah, okay. We're right there. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Y'all, 25 minutes in. I'm done. I'm so done. I've already proven my point. But let's keep going. I'm tired. Why am I subjecting myself to this? This is crazy. 4 years after the end of your marriage and you popping out with this. Oh, because she done moved on. He caught wind that she got a new man, y'all. Listen, I know. Okay, let me tell y'all what happened. I already know this. She got a new man. He got word of it. He got big mad and started posting these videos, being a bitter ex-husband. Can't even call him a bitter baby daddy. He's an ex-husband. He's a bitter ex-husband, y'all. He's mad she moved on. And how do I know that he's mad she moved on? Because it aligns with her timeline. Sis is pregnant. Nikki is glowing and pregnant and has moved on to an African American male. He made her life so miserable she done ended up going back to the brothers. She said, I don't even want another white man. Send me back home. Send me back home. And now she's glowing. She's happy. But this was before she was pregnant. So he probably found out that she was dating somebody. Because she said that she was dating somebody long term. She was dating somebody long term. And then she got pregnant. So I believe that he caught wind of that. Ain't no way he didn't know. Because he got daughters. And baby girls like to talk. Probably like, mommy got a new man. Mommy got a new... Oh, yeah. Da, 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 da. Mom's boyfriend this. What is this for? What is the reason? The first house you guys saw us living in was owned by a friend. We were technically house sitting, which is why we had so much nice furniture. Because of this, a lot of people assume we were doing pretty well. I did mention in at least one vlog that it wasn't actually our house though. We also paid rent and all the utilities. We were very blessed. First of all, sir, you are the head of the household. Again, you asked her to join you in marriage and to go on this journey of life together. You couldn't even get an apartment for you and your wife. You had to house sit. And making it seem like, oh, because she's not helping out, that you're very blessed that your friends helped out when you guys were in need, when you're the one responsible for your family's well-being. That's what a husband is.